Hello guys, welcome back, and today we're going to be talking about Fate Remnant Collide. So yeah, let us begin. So, as we go to the perspective of not really Team Ranger, since Pyra is still alive and stuff, so I'll just call it I'm just gonna call it Team just Juniper, but with an extra P, which is what I do. Never mind. As our girl Jean, not that Jean, as in Jean Arc. Wait for a second. Got. As she and the rest of her team, and also that of RWBY, would be going towards what is supposedly the home of Good Witch to meet up with our boy Rex. As Jean would say, "So, guys, haven't you heard of the news about Rex?" As one of them would say, "No, not exactly about that, Jean," said Pyra, interested. As she would say, "Well, I did hear that he's changed. Apparently he gotten a new arm ever since the attack." As she would say, "Wait, a new arm? So I'm guessing it's a prosthetic?" said a excited RWBY. As she would say, "Not exactly. From what I heard, it's, well, not a prosthetic." As when they arrive at the home, they would see it seems to be a simple cabin, almost similar to that of RWBY's home back in Patch. As they would notice another vehicle there. As one of them would say, "Wait, isn't that..." As Ren would say, "Yeah, it seems to be the car of Team..." What is his name? He would say. As one of them would say, "I think that's the car of Team Indigo," said Ren. As Nora would say, "Wait, why are they here? Are they..." As Jean would just say, "Well, from what I heard, they're apparently helping Rex. Apparently they didn't really have a home to go to at the time. More specifically, what's it called again? The bullheads for evacuation were a bit too, I guess you could say, stuffed, and that unfortunately made them stay for a while. So they decided to work with Good Witch to help with Rex." As one of them would say, "If that's the case," as they would arrive at the doorstep, as RWBY would knock on the door. As a few seconds later, they would see her, as in our girl Good Witch, aka Glinda. As Glinda would look at them and would say, "Ah, Team Juniper and..." "What? RWBY? What happened to your team? Where are they?" As she would say, "Well, we're currently separated for now. From what I heard, Yang has been going with a certain our black-haired teammate. And as for Weiss, I'm not exactly sure either. But I did hear. Sorry about that. Wait for. I did heard of her basically helping my dad for a while, especially since she is not really going to Atlas for a while." As after hearing that, she would say, "I see. Then you can come in." Wait for a second. As they arrive inside, they would see Team Team Indigo, as they're all sitting on the couch. As one of the members, specifically that of their leader, Nebula, would say, are you perhaps Team Juniper, and are you that of RWBY?" As she would say, "Oh, yeah." So, what are you doing?" As they would say, "Oh, we're just resting." As the one who said that was that of Do. As Gun would say, "Yeah, Rex is currently in the backyard, training." As one of them would say, "Oh, really? Guess we should try and meet him. As one of them would say, I think it's better not to. Especially since he's more focused on training than anything else. I think it's better if we don't bother him. As one of them would ask, wait, if he's training, then is he fully like rested from the injuries? Said a worried Ren, somewhat worried. As he would say, she would say, specifically that of Octavia would say, not exactly. From what I saw, he's still pretty much hurt, but still insists in training. As Ju would say, yeah, pretty dedicated to say the least. As one of them, specifically that of our protagonist's mother, aka Glinda, would say, yep. Even though I told him to just rest, he's still a bit stubborn. As after saying that, she would look at Team Juniper and that of RWBY and would say, I think it's better if you just look from outside then. As they would say, what do you mean by that? As that's when they see from a window that's looking towards the outside of the backyard, they would see Rex, now changed. They would see him. Well, he definitely seems a bit different, said Ren. I didn't mean Ren, I meant Jean. As you would see him now wielding that of a massive broadsword instead of Gungnir. His spear slash, halberd I meant. As he would be swinging it like almost similar to Yatsuhashi in a way, but much more graceful. They would also notice something else as well. One of his eyes is red. As a part of his hair is almost a blonde color now. Wait for a second. But the most noticeable part, noticeable part about him is that of his, let me just double check. His right arm, I meant. As he would have some sort of red, almost fleshy arm that doesn't seem normal. But at least he has both arms again now. Wait for a second. As while doing so, they would also notice something different about him as well. His demeanor. He's more aggressive when he's fighting now. As one of them would ask, wait, what happened to him? And he seems almost too aggressive than normal. As Nebula would speak up, saying, well, to say the least, he's different. Ever since that battle, he became, I guess you could say, much more aggressive in fights. I think it's probably due to that girl that or at least that's what he said. As one of them would say, woman? What do you mean by woman? As she would say, from what I heard, apparently the reason why the Amity Tower was, or at least the Tower Beacon was destroyed was because of a woman. Apparently her name was Cinder, or at least that's what he said. As they would continue to watch, as they would also notice a few more individuals there also watching the fight, or at least the training. As they would see the first person there. He seems to be a insect faunist, or at least at first, until they see the extra traits. Two of his legs, or at least feet, seem to be much more insectile and almost I guess you could say like a segmented. One of his arms is also segmented. As the man would say, Master, you really need to calm down a bit. Even though training is good, it's better to rest, he would say. As while he's doing so, insects and other such I guess you could say insectile-like beings seem to float around him, almost attracted to him. As another person or at least another person would be there as well. She seems to be wielding that of I guess you could say a serrated whip, as she's barely wearing anything for the chest area, as she would say, leave him alone. Besides, his master, he's our master, and he knows best, she would say. As she would say it in such a calm and almost, I guess you could say, calming tone. Well, not really calming because of her outfit at the current least. As while they were saying it, they would notice the people there, aka Team RWBY, not Team RWBY, I meant Team Juniper and that of RWBY. As the man would say this. My, what do we have here? More visitors? As when Rex was about to swing his blade once again, Rex would decide to just lay it down on the ground. Doing so, it would disappear, turning into bolts of light, almost similar to that of a servant. As Rex would say this. Oh, you guys. It has been a while, eh? As saying it in such a cold tone. As RWBY would walk up to him and would say, what happened to you? What happened to your arm? And he would say, it's fine, it's fine. I'm fine. As he would say it in such a cold tone again. As one of them specifically that Pierre would say, what happened to you, Rex? Where's your weapon, Gungnir? And as you would say, I decided to just give up on that weapon. Besides, I need to get stronger, he would say. As saying that, he would start to materialize the blade again. As he would continue to swing the blade, training. As she would say, but what happened to you? As he would say, let's just say, I was given a second chance. This time I won't waste it. And for you guys, what are you doing here exactly? As one of them would say, well, we wanted to visit you. Ever since the fall of Beacon, we were unable to, even meet you at all. As you would say, to say the least, I was busy recovering, gaining strength again. As he would clench his fist. What about the rest of my team? What happened to them? As one of them would say, well, from what I heard, Harmony is going back to rule. I believe it was... from what I last heard, apparently, Harmony is going to Mistral. And as for Tina, I'm not exactly sure. From what I last heard, she's apparently going to Menagerie with Blake and Sun. As for Walter, as she would remember what she heard, or at least from what she heard from Rex a few days ago. I'm not exactly sure. He's been missing. I mean, missing for a while. We've been trying to look for him, but he seems to have dropped off the map. As he would say, I see. As he would materialize the sword once again, as he would say, I think for now I'm gonna rest. As for you, pretender, or these pretenders, as they would start going down their, I guess you'd say, sitting places. As one of them would say, pretenders? As all of them would be confused, as he would say, that's their class. As he would look at them and would say, for now just to materialize. As they would bow to, to Rex and would say, very well, master. As they would disappear. As Rex would look to looks at both Team Juniper and RWBY and would say, alright then, what do you want to talk about? And so we're gonna be ending off this episode right off here, guys. So yeah, bye-bye!